بسم الله الرحمن الرحیم.
Muslims take their religious beliefs and religious orders from the Qur'an and the words of the Prophet of Islam. It should be mentioned that in the Qur'an and in the words of the Prophet, reference is made to Mahdi and his appearance. We have verses in the Holy Qur'an that explain this.
پیامبر اشاره به حضرت مهدی و ظهور او شده. در قرآن کریم آیاتی داریم که این مسئله رو بیان کردن.
As in Surah Mubarak al-Tawbah, God says,
هو الذي أرسل رسوله بالهدى ودين الحق ليظهره على الدين كله ولو كره المشركون.
This verse is also repeated in Surah al-Mubarak Asaf, verse 9, and in Surah al-Fath, verse 28. Similar to this phrase, it means that God is the one who sent the Prophet to make the religion of truth prevail over all religions through guidance and to spread this religion all over the world, even if the irreligious people and polytheists and disbelievers are not pleased with it.
این دین پراکنده بشه و گسترش پیدا بکنه. ولو کره المشرکون، حتی اگر افراد بیدین، مشرکین و کافرها اینها خوشایندشون نباشه.
In Surah Al-Araf, verse 128, God says from the words of Prophet Moses,
إن الأرض لله يورثها من يشاء من عباده والعاقبة للمتقين.
Lay diaresis H and be patient. Indeed H, he causes to inherit it whom he wills of. This means that this land will eventually reach pi for a while, it will eventually reach the righteous.
در آخر و سرانجام کار به افراد با تقوا و افراد صالح و شایسته خواهد رسید. اگر هم یک وقتی ظالمین حکومت میکنند، اما در نهایت به افراد
Said Moses, and also in Surah Ghasas, verse 5, he says,
و نريد أن نمن على الذين استضعفوا في الأرض ونجعلهم أئمة ونجعلهم الوارثين. ما اراده کردیم که منت بگذاریم به مستضعفین، اونایی که در زمین مورد استضعاف قرار گرفتن.
And we wanted to confer
پیشوا و رهبر قرار بدهیم و اونها رو وارث زمین قرار بدهیم.
Although the word Mahdi is not mentioned in the Quran, many of the main and important topics of Islam are not mentioned in the Quran either. In general, they are mentioned and the Holy Prophet interpreted and explained the verses of the Quran that referred to such topics. And these verses are actually related to Hazrat Mahdi.
آیات قرآن رو اشاره به این مطلب کردند و این آیات هم در واقع مربوط به حضرت مهدی هست.
The hadiths and words of the Prophet are also in the same way. The words of the Holy Prophet that reached us and were narrated by the companions of the Prophet. The narrators narrated them from one to the other, and then they were written in books and reached us. The number of these hadiths that were narrated from the Prophet about Hazrat Mahdi are so large that they are definite and certain. It means that we are sure and we have no doubts at all. Every Muslim is certain that the Mahdi exists and that he will appear in the end of time and fill the world with justice and peace.
و در آخر الزمان ظهور میکنه و جهان رو پر از عدل و داد میکنه. این اعتقاد هر مسلمانیه، به خاطر این قطعی بودن و تعداد بسیار زیاد کلمات پیامبر در این مورد.
The only difference in this case is that a group of Muslims called Shiies believe that Hazrat Mahdi was born in the year 255 in the city of Samarra. Their father is Imam Hassan Askari and their mother is Hazrat Narjis Khatan, who was one of the Roman princes.
نرجس خاتون که یکی از شاهزاده های رومی بودند. ایشون در اون
So the Shiites believe that they were born at that time and in that place. They are alive now. And by the power of God, they have a long life, and whenever God sees fit, they allow them to appear and rise.
اما عده‌ای از مسلمان‌ها به نام اهل سنت.
But there are some Muslims called Sunni. Most of their religious scholars believe that Hazrat Mahdi has not been born yet and will be born whenever God sees fit. Of course, some Sunni scholars also believe with the Shiites.
میگن که حضرت مهدی به دنیا آمده. السلام علیکم و رحمت الله و برکاته.